Hi guys, today I'm sharing my frijoles de la olla recipe, also known as slow cooked beans. They're full of goodness and so simple to make. This is what you'll need. Here I have 4 cups of pinto beans. I bought mine at a Mexican market in bulk. Also 1 wedge of onion, 3 garlic cloves, 1 tablespoon of pink Himalayan salt. You can use whatever you have on hand, and also you can add more or less depending on your taste preference. And not shown here is the filtered water, which we're going to cook the beans with. I used around 16 cups. Let's begin by cleaning the beans. There are many ways to do this, and this is just how I do it. I grab a handful of beans, I separate the good ones into the colander, ensuring to remove any little rocks that you may find, as well as the funky ones and the half beans. Those are all trash. And I know this is not the most fun, but it's really important because you don't want to accidentally munch on a rock when you're eating them later. And off camera, I run the colander with the beans through water while massaging them with my hand. Also, I like to splash white vinegar on them, and I do this 5 to 6 times or until the water runs completely clear. This step is important because we want them to be entirely clean before we start cooking them. Alright guys, here is my large pot. I'm adding 12 cups of water, and we'll add more water as needed throughout the cooking process. I usually eye this recipe, but I'm using a measuring cup for this video to help you guys get the best results. Alright, then I'm adding the beans, which have been thoroughly cleaned, as well as the wedge of onion, the garlic cloves, and the bay leaves. These are going to flavor our beans as they cook. I'm cooking them on a low-medium flame with the lid on. I'll check on my beans every 30 minutes to ensure they're good on water. Also, I'm adding salt at this point and covering once again with the lid. And as far as the cooking time goes, it varies from 1.5 hours to 3 hours depending on the beans, which is why it's important that we keep an eye on them. About 1.5 hours has gone by, and here they are. They're halfway cooked, and as you can see, the water level is low, so I'm going to add 2 more cups of water at this point for 2 reasons. I don't want them to burn, and also I want my beans to have enough broth. It's been 2 hours and the beans are almost done cooking. I'm adding 2 more cups of water, and I'm going to let them boil one last time before turning off the flame. Also, this is a good time to check for salt. I ended up adding a teaspoon more, but remember, salt your beans to your taste preference. And after 2 hours and 20 minutes, my beans are cooked and ready to eat. You'll know they're ready when they're soft to the touch and easy to squish like this. And one last thing before you serve them, don't forget to remove the bay leaves, the garlic cloves, as well as the onion. This is one of the ways I grew up eating beans straight out of the pot with warm corn tortillas and fresh green salsa. So yummy, you must try them like this if you haven't yet. And if you're interested, I will post this salsa recipe on my channel tomorrow. This batch of beans made a total of 10 cups, which you can store away in your fridge or freezer to use throughout the week. I'm storing mine in mason jars. Each is holding about 3.5 cups of beans with broth. And my favorite thing to make with them are refried beans, but the possibilities are endless. You can make hamburgers, add them to salads. There are so many things you can make with them. I hope you try them, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.